are joined now by Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona. Senator Flake, thank you for joining us this morning. I know you weren't in that meeting on Thursday, but you are behind this bipartisan deal that was presented by Senators Durbin and Graham on Thursday. You just heard the objections of Senator Perdue. Your response?
Well, this is a bipartisan deal. It's not the Democrats bringing this forward. There are 3 Democrats, 3 Republicans, and we're working now to add more Republicans to that list, and we will have more this coming week. This is a bipartisan deal that where both sides have compromised. There is a change to what the DREAM Act was. This is different from that. And I can say that we've got to get 60 votes. We're not under rules of reconciliation where one party can just impose its will. It has to be both parties, and therefore this is a bipartisan solution. I believe there is a deal to be had.
I know you weren't in the meeting on Thursday, but I believe you've spoken with those who were in the meeting. You just heard Senator Perdue right there saying the president didn't use those comments didn't use those words that were widely attributed to him. Do you believe that?
Well, all I can say is I was in a meeting directly afterwards where those who had presented to the president our proposal spoke about the meeting, and they said those words were used before those words went public. So that's all I can tell you is I heard that account before the account even went public.
In the moment, on that same afternoon, Thursday afternoon. President, as I said, is tweeting this morning. He put out another tweet on immigration this morning that I want to read to you. I, as president, want people coming into our country who are going to help us become strong and great again. People coming in through a system based on merit. No more lotteries. America first. Your response?
Well, in this compromise, we do get rid of the visa lottery program. We allocate those visas to a couple of different programs like TPS, or Temporary Protected Status. And that's the discussion of that program, and as well as another, is what gave rise to the language that was used. But I think there is broad agreement to get rid of the visa lottery. There's also agreement between us, the Republicans and the Democrats, that we do get rid of chain migration as it relates to the covered population. Those who benefit from this DACA bill will not be able to use chain migration to become citizens. We just don't do it for everybody like the president wants to do. If we want a comprehensive bill, I'm all in. But we can't do a comprehensive bill which will take months and months to negotiate before the March 5th deadline. And one thing I do take big issue with the president on is he is saying that the Democrats aren't moving forward in good faith. I can tell you I've been negotiating and working with the Democrats on immigration for 17 years, and on this issue, on DACA or on the DREAM Act for a number of years, and the Democrats are negotiating in good faith. We are trying to come forward with a compromise, and I think we have, and you'll see that this week.
Are we farther away from a deal than we were on Thursday morning?
You know, I'm not sure. I think that when we get back into town, people will realize there's only one deal in town. There's only one bipartisan bill, and we need 60 votes. And that bill will be presented with even more Republicans and Democrats than we have right now.
You've also said you're going to be giving a series of speeches on President Trump and his relationship with the truth and his relationship with the press, including one that I believe is coming this week. We've gotten some excerpts of what you're planning to say, taking on the president's comments about calling the press the enemy of the people. And I just want to read a portion of what we've had. It is a testament to the condition of our democracy that our own president uses words infamously spoken by Joseph Stalin to describe his enemies. It bears noting that so fraught with malice was the phrase enemy of the people that even Nikita Khrushchev forbade its use. And of course, the president has it precisely backward. Despotism is the enemy of the people. The free press is the despot's enemy. What are you trying to do with these speeches?
Well, what I'm trying to say is, you know, you can talk about crowd size, and that is pretty innocuous if there's a falsehood there. But when you reflexively refer to the press as the enemy of the people or fake news, that has real damage. It has real damage to our standing in the world. And I noted how bad it is for a president to take what was popularized by Joseph Stalin, the enemy of the people, to refer to the press. And then now, today, you have authoritarians across the world using the term fake news to justify cracking down on their opposition or to staunch legitimate debate. that's nothing we should be proud of. And so I'm going to talk about how damaging that is. It'll be, I think, on the same day, probably Wednesday, that the president is giving out some fake news awards. And I just want the president to know that this has real consequences.
And just to be clear, you don't believe the president is telling the truth with that tweet that denied he used the words in that Oval Office meeting on Thursday?
All I can say is what I heard directly following the meeting by those who were in the meeting.
Senator Flake, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.